Good afternoon. That is the view of the house in the corner, Chiswick Gardens, that's finally sold after like 7 years, and they've taken the roof off.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
It's hard to say why they've taken the upstairs off, but it was clearly in a terrible state. So somebody's bought the house and dismantled it. Very odd. So it's Sunday and we're just wandering down towards Chiswick Bridge, which is right here because this is where the London-Surrey Classic bike race comes past in about 20 minutes time. They're just starting right now at Horse Guards, so they'll be here in no time at all, which is ridiculous. So we're going to see what we can see as they whistle past at 60 kilometres an hour or whatever. So this is where they're going to come down in about 15 minutes time or so. But of course the road is closed to traffic but not to pedestrians, so people can just stand in the road. You can see both directions, which is very odd. This road is usually completely manic, so this is slightly unusual. So the boat services are one of the few people who are not disrupted by the cycling, so they've been plugging the hell out of the fact you can get anywhere by boat. It's not that quick as you might imagine. See the helicopter, it's covering the race. Lots of camera bikes, broadcast crews.
Racing, 1 week before through the World Top Bike Racing, including Sam Bradley Wiggins, Mike Cavendish and last year's winner.
It's a very strange cameraman job this, because you're constantly on the back of a bike. Hello, we are in Osterley after watching the peloton go past at enormous speed. It was great fun. I'm going to have to watch back the footage in slow motion, as you've just seen it, to work out who we saw. Wiggo's in there somewhere, as was Mark Cavendish. So now we're going to Osterley. We may get to go canoeing. If not, we'll just get to walk around Osterley, which we haven't been around for quite some time, but it's very pretty. So here we are, approaching Osterley from a slightly different direction, through a field of cows, past a field of wheat. So nice. You don't really think about Ealing as having fields, but it does. It also has, planes taken off from Heathrow. That's all of West London kind of cursed in that sense. So they have a lot of lakes here. They're all artificial. And this one they are doing canoeing and kayaking on. We're going to have a look and see how busy and hectic it is. They only do it till 4, and it's 3:15, but it might be worth a paddle if such things going. You can see the house here. We were trying to work out when we were here last, and it was a while ago, but the first time we were here was when this phone was brand new. Which shows two things. One, we haven't been here a lot recently, and two, this phone's getting quite old. So we're wandering back to the house. Wow, giant plane. It's quite scary. This is the direct, if the planes fly straight down the runway and take off, they come straight over here, which is a little bit intimidating. The canoeing / kayaking is fully booked until the end of the day, so you really have to book if you want to come down here and kayak. Sundays until 4 PM. So we may have to do that next time. For the moment, however, we can see an ice cream truck in the distance. This is the back of Osterley House, which I've shown you before, and it looks over there. Amazing fields, which they do keep animals in, but I don't think there's any in at the moment. And we've just basically walked all the way round up there, sat on the deck chairs for a bit, then come all the way round to here. Good morning. This here is what you call an idiot. They've been asked several times not to attach things to the trees or climb into them, but they don't seem to want to listen. So if you know this idiot, feel free to call him an idiot, because I'm about to go out and do exactly that. Good morning. So it's another beautiful day. I'm not at USP much this week. I'm there on Friday, so I'm trying to make the most of doing things that, you know, I need to do, including edit wedding video, and try and get Dave to come round and fit our sink, which still hasn't happened. So work in progress. I've read a review on The Verge of an old Scion Series 5, and I remembered that I have a Scion Series 5 in the cupboard, so I dug that out and it still works. And then I realised I have a scientific calculator that I used to program. I dug that out, and although I haven't used it in 17 years, 17, that still works. Same battery, didn't even have to change them. So that is remarkable. But annoyingly, I cannot remember the password I've set on half the stuff I've put on there. So what is the password that 18-year-old me would use? I am at a loss, honestly. Anyway, I'm going to go out and buy a few bits now. And then if this weather holds, we're going to go for a little walk this afternoon. So I didn't really manage to get out today, which is a bit of a shame. Although I have made the second soup in 2 days. Yesterday I made a curried parsnip soup, which was great. And today I've made more leek and potato soup than any sensible person could ever eat. But there we go. I had to use all the leeks. So yeah, I'm on a soup mission, although I'm not going to have that soup tonight. Crystal's having a soup week, and I'm going to have some chicken because I can't deal with that much liquid in a week. So I'm just going out to buy myself things to have with my chicken. I don't know, could be anything now. Maybe a fatted calf, who knows. So it's the 5th of August already. It's August, I don't know how that happened. Summer hasn't been particularly hot. I feel like the best week is the week we're in the Lake District and we had terrible weather and everyone else had a heat wave. So we've kind of missed summer, which is a bit of a shame. But we keep having these sort of little warm mornings followed by sort of very cloudy afternoons. So I'm trying to make the most of it. I said I was going to go out for a walk yesterday, didn't manage it. It's happening today. And this morning I've been on the phone a lot to the company that manages our estate grounds. There's a very complex legal arrangement. RHP own a lot of the buildings, but not all of them, and the remaining ones that they don't own are enfranchised and have employed someone to look after the grounds. Anyway, you don't care about that. The reality is, though, that we've got a problem with a lot of trees about people deciding who has the right to replace them, who's responsible for them, and now that a couple of them are dead, who's going to do something about it? Looks like we're finally moving along after 2 years. I'm very happy, but, you know, I'd like to actually see it before I celebrate. So, a little bit of a walk, get some fresh air, make the most of August, and then buy some things for dinner. Other than making a lot of phone calls, this morning I've been spending my time chasing invoices. Great fun game that if you're self-employed. It's like exercise without leaving the comfort of your computer. Anyway, so whilst I wait for a response, I am making the most of walking through queue, which, as I've said before, I haven't really done as much this year as I've done in previous years, partly because I've been busy working, but I always miss it, even though it's on my doorstep. So I have to come back here to recharge the batteries every now and again. It's ever so nice. It's ever so relaxing. It just changes your state of mind straight away. You immediately feel much calmer. Great. We're back in the glade. It's actually quite dark in here. There's a lot of leaf cover this year. The path is very distinct though through the middle there, which is quite funny. We've still only got the one bench, which is slightly disappointing. Just check the guest book is still here. As yet, 2 years on, no guests. The book's here. feel free to come and sign it, as always. Today is a very beautiful day, much nicer than they initially forecast. It was very cloudy and grey and very overcast this morning, which was perfect for the cricket, if anyone was interested or watching. England, Australia. Australia got bowled out for 6-0 in about an hour and 20 minutes, which is nearly unprecedented and quite exceptional, and the weather being a bit overcast definitely helped. Now the sun's come out, which helps the batting side, which is England. So things are looking up. When the weather's this good, you just have to go outside. It doesn't matter if you have nothing planned or nothing to do. Just go for a walk. Just walk around the streets. Do anything. Just get outdoors. As soon as the sunshine hits your skin, the tiniest bit, it just totally changes your mood. So if you're watching this right now and you're looking out the window and it's actually quite pleasant outside, stop watching this and go outside. I'm not even joking. I'll wait. Go on, nothing happening here. I'm not joking. I mean, this video will be on the internet for time immemorial, most likely, so you can come back to it. Go outside. Here we are back in the studio. So today is a studio day. I haven't actually done a studio day for nearly 2 months, and it's amazing how quickly you forget what you're doing. But I'm back up to speed now. It was quite alarming. Your brain kind of just, if you don't need to use something, it kind of files it away somewhere that you're not going to need, and it takes you a while to find it, which is why you have to practice anything if you want to be good at it. Anyway, we are doing some media training today, and that involves recording fake radio interviews and TV interviews, and then people watching and listening to them back. So that is my Friday, and that is going to be happening most of the day. And then this evening I've got a board appraisal for Co-op Homes at 8 p.m. at the Oxo Tower. You may not know that the Oxo Tower is actually a housing cooperative, as well as on the top being a restaurant and brasserie and what have you. So we're going there for the appraisal, and that means I won't be home till quite late, and I haven't worked out how I'm going to do dinner. But I'll come up with something. It's just after 7 o'clock. In sunny London, although not quite as sunny as it was, and I'm heading there to the Oxo Tower, but sadly not to the restaurant. Not today, because, well, I've got things to do firstly, and secondly I'm not feeling rich enough. Still, I've walked across from Camden Town very leisurely, had a bit of dinner. I'm just making the most of a nice evening, really. So my experience tonight leads me to a conclusion, which is sometimes when I'm in a meeting and I say something, or somebody asks me a question and I answer, sometimes I have a complete out-of-body experience, and I sit there and I listen to the words coming out of my mouth and I think, who the hell is this smart ass? Yeah. I suppose self-awareness is a good start. Anyhow, it's been a very relaxed week, very enjoyable, and I figure what better for you to end the week than where we started with the bike race last weekend, this Chiswick Bridge. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button, or better still, subscribe, and then you can watch every week and I won't have to pester you, which I will otherwise. Apologies in advance. And yeah, hopefully you will click one of the annotations and watch one of the other videos coming up momentarily.